We're going to take you live to BMO Field this hour, where officials are announcing renovation plans ahead of the FIFA World Cup in 2026. There's Deputy Mayor Asma Malik speaking. Let's listen in.
Us to deliver on our requirements as a host city. And today's announcement is an important step in our journey and ensures the stadium will not only be ready for 2026, but will serve our city for years to come. And we'll hear about these exciting upgrades, the transformation of the venue, and what's ahead as we prepare to welcome the world to our great city. And I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the distinguished guests who have joined us and those who have been part of getting us here, including Mayor Olivia Chow, Adam Van Koeverden, Member of Parliament for Milton and Parliamentary Secretary for the Minister of Sport, Don Hardman, Executive Director, Stadium and Venue Management for FIFA Canada, Calvin Seau, Chief People and Strategy Officer of Exhibition Place, Jesse March, Coach of Canada's men's national team in Canada Soccer, Casey Stoney, Coach of Canada's women's national team, Canada Soccer, Jason Hernandez, General Manager, Toronto FC, and Michael Pinball Clemens, General Manager, Toronto Argonauts. And in a moment, we'll hear from Sharon Bellenbach, Executive Director of World Cup 26, Toronto Secretariat, followed by Rick Eves, Chief Operating Officer, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. And they will share much more about these highly anticipated details about our stadium enhancements and what fans can expect for this season. And I, like you, cannot wait to hear more. And first, I'm pleased to introduce Mayor Olivia Chow to say a few words, followed by Adam Van Koeverden. Over to you, Mayor Chow.
Wow, good afternoon. Great to be here. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Malik, for the introduction and the welcome. And yes, no doubt, sports bring us together. It unites us. Remember when Raptors won? And that huge party, rally, just in the city? It captured our imagination. And when Summer McIntosh kept breaking the world record in her historic Olympic performance in the Paris 2024 Games, we were feeling so proud as Canadians. And I know all of you remember, Argos won. Yes. Thank you, pinball. Over and over again, not just one time, three times, okay. And then, not that long ago, in that late evening, in overtime, our heart was beating so hard. And when Canada scored, it was just electric, right? It really brought us together. Look, Canadians invented what? Basketball, hockey, football in McGill, right? And the sports bring all of us together. And when we cheer on our team, we're reminded what makes Canada great. And more than ever, now more than ever, we are proud Canadians. And we will never be 51 state. Absolutely not, right? So sports have this way of bringing us together. And in 2022, Canada's national team returned to the FIFA World Cup. And in 2026, in June, we will welcome the world to Canada. Toronto will be hosting 6 games, including Team Canada's opening march, right? Yeah. Right in this building, actually. Yeah, in this building, absolutely. Today's announcement invests in infrastructure to welcome the world to Toronto, because this event will bring almost $1 billion for Toronto's economy and thousands of jobs. And I want to thank the minister, the parliamentary secretary to the minister for making this, assisting us in making this happen. We will welcome 48 national teams from around the world to celebrate and cheer on Team Canada as we play to win. More than 3.5 billion people, imagine that, 3.5 billion people watch the FIFA World Cup. How many people watched the Oscar last night? The Academy. But anyway, I digress. This is big, it's huge, right? It brings together people from Rio to Rome, from Berlin to Bogota, Accra to Tokyo, which is why Toronto is the perfect location to host the World Cup. Why? Because Toronto is the most diverse city in the world. We are a beacon of hope for so many people that wants to come to Canada, and they do. We have Little Portugal, Koreatown, the Little Italy. Oh my God, every World Cup I remember is just after a game, you literally cannot move because everybody pour out on the street, and every cafe are packed with people watching the games, celebrating teams from their home country. And some of us, even if our home country are not really into the, not that good in soccer, we're cheering for other people's team as if, it's ours. But it is this diversity that makes us so special. So we are very excited to welcome the World Cup. I look forward to the kickoff next year. How many days precisely is it? It's 400 something. Yeah, it was 500 a while ago, but yeah. It's exciting, and marks June in your calendar. And with that, I want to thank and I want to invite the Canada's Parliamentary Secretary for Sports and a Olympian on kayaking. Always admire your work, both as a member of Parliament, as Parliamentary Secretary, and you making us proud with that gold medal. Let us give a hand to Adam Vancouver then. Thank you.
All right, we are hearing from city officials announcing renovation plans at BMO Field ahead of the FIFA World Cup in 2026. There's athlete Adam Vancouver talking about this as the city prepares to host 6 matches in the World Cup. Mayor Olivia Chow talking about how sports has really put Toronto and Canada on the map, referencing the 2019 NBA championship. If you're curious about the price tag here, it will cost around $300 million. The city will chip in around $90 million. But the mayor pointing out this will bring, according to her, $1 billion to Toronto's economy. We're going to have more on those renovation and expansion plans throughout the day. We're going to take you back to BMO Field, where officials are talking about renovation plans ahead of the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Let's listen in live to Adam Vancouver.
So I know it's going to be really, really exciting. But what else is exciting is hosting the world here in Toronto, one of the world's best sporting cities, and certainly one of the most multicultural cities in the world. We know that when Team Italy's playing, this city is going to come alive. When Team Portugal is playing, this city is going to come alive. Regardless of which community and country is playing, the city is going to be alive. We love being hosts here in Toronto. So I'd just like to thank everybody here for being fans of the great game, for looking forward, as we all collectively are, to 2026. It's coming fast, and it's another opportunity for us to host the world and be the best hosts in the world. Every time I've gotten the privilege to travel with the maple leaf on my chest or on my back, people remark at how nice we are. And we've got to continue that legacy, making sure that Canada continues to be the best place for a party or for a game or a tournament or a World Cup. This is a great opportunity that lies ahead, and I'm so excited. So thank you to everybody that's made it possible. This was never an inevitability. It took leadership, it took work, and that work is really, really paying off. So thanks, everybody. It's now my privilege to invite to the stage my friend, Sharon Bolenbach, the Executive Director of the FIFA World Cup 2026 Toronto Secretariat. I hope I got that right, Sharon.
Thank you, Adam, and good afternoon, everyone. Adam, I really appreciate that warm welcome. We have been friends for a long time, and I applaud you for your efforts in serving communities. And as you mentioned, we have a connection with Special Olympics that's pretty near and dear to both of us. So thank you for that. And I want to acknowledge the Government of Canada's support for this event. We just received a letter, actually this morning, confirming our funding of over $100 million to this project. And so we are extremely grateful and appreciative to have the government alongside us and shoulder to shoulder on this project to welcome the world. And welcome everyone here this afternoon. Fantastic to see all of you here. I am Sharon Bolenbach, and I have the privilege and am extremely proud to be the Executive Director of the FIFA World Cup 26 Secretariat at the City of Toronto. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to this stadium known as BMO Field, but for the purposes of the tournament will be referenced as Toronto Stadium. And as Adam mentioned, and as Deputy Mayor Malik mentioned, this facility and this stadium have been a cornerstone of Toronto sports culture for nearly 2 decades. Hosting unforgettable memories, including the FIFA U20 World Cup, which I had the privilege back in 2007 to be the general manager of that event. And I remember our first site visits, we were actually wearing hard hats and boots, and the stadium was just getting built and TFC was just starting, and it was an amazing, amazing time for the sport of soccer in this city. And to be here, dating myself.
All right, listening to officials at BMO Field announcing renovation and expansion plans at BMO Field ahead of the FIFA World Cup in 2026. So many saying the city is going to come alive, and BMO Field is going to add nearly 18,000 seats for the World Cup, and we know the world will be watching.